the new Saw movie with Chris Rock. That's what even prompted me to see CB Sword. Right. Comedians that want to be taken seriously. So they said that was the #1 movie last week anyway. The #1 movie in the nation, that Saw shit. So I don't know, I didn't see it, so what the fuck can I say other than I'm so used to Chris Rock making me smile that I don't want him to make me feel fear in a horror movie. You know what I'm saying? It's just like...
The crazy thing is, we could just start here. That's such a good thing, though. It's so funny that happens. It's so true, because I know a bunch of comedians, not like personally, but like I know of these comedians from being funny, and they all like, they either want to be action stars, they want to be strong, dramatic actors type shit. Like they want to be taken seriously. Like they want to be looked at and not people just look at them and laugh. It's like Kevin Hart, like he stopped doing just the roles where every role is just Kevin Hart. Like he's just the loud, yelling, obnoxious guy, flailing his arms around type shit.
Right. And what's his name? Chris Tucker did something with Bradley Cooper. I didn't even know, like some underground shit that won him. Remember, I was watching something, the What the Fuck Happened series, and this guy said, "What the fuck happened to Chris Tucker?" Broke down his life and shit, but once he became a born-again Christian after the Rush Hours, he stopped taking on rated R movies. Or I think it was like late 90s, like after Money Talks and shit.
You know how much money he would have made if he would have did
just Django.
Next Friday?
Yeah.
And Friday after next?
Oh, yeah.
Like Smokey and Craig as the top flight security.
Yeah.
Like Day was definitely fucking hilarious.
Right.
But man, Smokey as top flight security would have been something different.
That's the thing. It's like, I don't want to discredit Mike Epps, but I had more fun with Chris Tucker in the original, and then Mike Epps grew on me the older I got.
Yeah,
like Day, I can't see Craig without Day now.
It's like the original Friday has a different vibe than the other two.
It's more cinematic.
It's definitely shot. It's definitely shot different too.
Yeah,
like
because it was the first one's more like Clerks, like it's mom and pop.
Yeah, it's like the camera. The camera angles are like in front of them on the steps, or like turned looking down the street kind of shit. There wasn't really too many crazy cuts or nothing.
And there was no money involved out here. That was a big thing. By the time next Friday was supposed to come around, Chris Tucker already had Money Talks and The Fifth Element and shit like that. He big budget. So why would I go back financially? Why would I go back? Give me $4,000, $5,000.
But then 20 years later, you look, who's talking about Money Talks?
That's true. If you're a Charlie Sheen fan, probably, but
then again, who's still a Charlie Sheen fan?
Oh, after the whole AIDS thing?
If you're any Sheen fan, you're a Martin Sheen fan. Like, you're his dad's fan. But, like,
or son from the Mighty Ducks. That's his brother.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Isn't it?
Estevez.
Yeah. Why is it? Was it Emilio
Estevez? Yeah.
Why the fuck is his name Emilio Estevez?
They took the mom's name. And I only know this because I watched a documentary with my girl on them.
He looks like a blonde Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
It's just so funny. Like, why is your name so different?
He got like the sandy color hair.
Actually,
really nice.
I actually like him as an actor.
It's actually really nice hair too.
I don't remember him other than Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, he's been in some stuff recently. I can't really name it off the top of my head, but I've definitely seen him. Him and the dad get
they
work.
They look alike.
They get work.
They fucking
Charlie. That nigga.
Nobody's really a Sheen fan these days because it's a generational thing.
Yeah.
Even like, I mean, I'm almost 30 years old. I know him from 2.5 Men more than anything.
Right.
And he was great there. I mean, he's that's right in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a perfect character for Charlie.
And he was
Sheen.
getting $1 million per episode.
Until he said,
wild seasons.
Until he came out and said, "Yo, I have AIDS and I got tiger blood." And they're like, "Yo, get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!"
Him and Kanye, because Kanye got the dragon energy.
That's one of the best ways. You know what?
Tiger blood.
Let's put a spin on it. He exited his career in one of the best ways compared to some fellow comedians of the era. Kramer exited his career by shouting N-word around in the club.
You got it. That's
You know what I'm saying?
They asked, that was one of the things on that YouTube I watched too on the What the Fuck Happened series. Kramer, what the fuck happened to Kramer?
Yo, but it's
I know
like,
what happened.
listen,
We all know what happened.
Listen, Kramer doing that's something that was like, that's deep down. That was deep down
Right.
waiting
That
to come
was-
out.
yeah.
Like, you've been holding on to that, waiting for a reason, and then you just seen it, took the opportunity.
He's
Like,
gotten work since then, but his homies had to put him on. Like, Jerry Seinfeld had to be like, yo, we got to
Bro,
get you a job.
That's going to be your coworker there that has the black kid that don't respect him.
Oh, shit. Fuck. Poor guy. It's I got mad love for the dude, too.
You were telling us about him off air.
Yeah.
He's not a listener, is he?
No, it's probably. There's a high probability, but before, I won't drop any names. Before,
Well, dude, we feel bad, if anything. We're not poking fun.
Yeah, that's a
bro,
fact.
you know who you are, and he has openly. What's cool is he's not shaming his life. Like, he's keeping it a buck, but it's also information he doesn't have to divulge. It was just that he divulges the information at sometimes it's during break, but at times while we're working. Like, it was one time he and I were working on a vessel, and our supervisor came over to tell us, like, hey, do this, and this. Then we started to talk. The supervisor mentioned his bitch of an ex-wife. Real quick. But
You think you?
right. It was just like a regular blue-collar joke.
I feel like that's a conversation every day. All day.
So when he threw that in, that's when my coworker was like, "Oh, you think that's a bitch?
How about this?
Try really with some. If you guys if you're a Jim Carrey fan and you see Me, Myself, and Irene, it's like the perfect example. Only thing is,
He was
my
like,
coworker's
hold my
not
beer.
Right. My coworker's not a schizophrenic, so he ain't killed the dude or whoever. But she did come home with a baby that wasn't the color of him, and
Right.
they're a white family.
Yo,
And
Me,
the
Myself,
baby-
and Irene.
She's in
that's
the
so
picture
crazy.
still.
Right.
She
yes.
is. So it's
Bro.
a little bit better. It would be totally worse if she had this kid. It's not his, because it's clearly not his because it's black and he's not.
Right.
And then she totally left him too.
That was a
'Cause that's me and my-
scenario in the beginning of the child's life, who's now like 13 or 14.
That's the premise for that movie.
Yeah.
Is he winds up having to raise them by
all
himself.
3 of them by himself.
Yeah.
And it's bittersweet. It's like, damn, you're a sucker, but he's a good guy. You can't really
In the
hate him.
movie, the
Right.
kids love him,
Right.
and they're like geniuses and shit. The fat one is flying a helicopter
Yeah.
at one part of the movie.
Was it Anthony Anderson is one of the sons
One
too?
of
Yeah,
them.
Anthony Anderson was one of the stuff.
And then
And
it was
like
them-
10 years younger than Jim Carrey.
Them fat black twins that were in all the BET movies. It was at least one of them.
Yeah, one of them was in
Yeah,
there.
the darker skinned one.
Yeah, them
Was-
big.
Yo, that's honestly like kind of what happened to one of my old coworkers at Davis. Like, the guy fucking messing with him and his girl. She was pregnant, had the baby, and the baby was black.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yo, that's clearly not
You-
your kid.
You
Like,
feel
Yeah.
bad because when you're with the dude, like, when you work with somebody on a regular basis, it becomes like a family member. So I'm like, damn, this is a good guy. But I feel like you're a sucker in a situation, but I also got respect for you because you did something I'm pretty sure all 3 of us wouldn't do.
He's doing something stand up.
Right. We consider it stand up, but then in the red pill world, and like it's like, damn, son.
If you're faced
I
with the
wouldn't-
same situation, yeah.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. And here's the thing:
Yeah,
is
me
that
neither.
the evil ex bitch?
I'm sorry, man.
She caused a lot of trauma. She caused a lot of trauma onto the little girl, which is the daughter that's not his. I feel bad because she's experiencing a life in like country. They live out in the sticks. And she's like probably one of the only black kids in her school and shit, and she comes home to her family and they love her and treat her well, but now she's a rebellious teenager like, fuck you, you ain't my daddy. And he's like, it breaks my heart. I genuinely see the sadness in his face when he tells me that, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I mean that's
I
why
know.
it's leaking out every time somebody brushes against that
Right.
topic.
Right.
It hurts.
I feel bad, and it's like, what can you do? You create more
listen.
trauma. You create more trauma if you're like, all right, little bitch, get the fuck out the house. Then she fuck around and hang it up because she don't got nobody.
Yeah, I mean,
like, damn,
as a parent, you gotta be tougher than the kid. You gotta
Yeah.
know that this kid. I mean, let's just say, which I assume he's gonna keep raising this kid and do the right thing because he's already doing it for so long. So eventually, one would be led to believe this kid is gonna be thankful and
Hopefully.
grateful and love him one day.
It's one of two things. She can either be thankful and grateful and like the sons and me, myself, and Irene, or she could go on the polar opposite and like fucking have identity problems and thought it up because she's female, thought it up to get love from somebody. Dudes could just game her up. You know, these are the things. And I'm only saying this. No, I'm only saying this because I've fucked with scarred women before who were adopted.
I know.
And,
We're just
and
being
shit
real.
like that.
I know.
So she's still a child, but she's on the cusp of being an adult because she's a teenager.
How many chicks have you seen be thoughts and then blossom into somebody's wife?
Someone's wife. And that's the thing. I'm sure you guys run into that all the time. Like, damn, she was sucking everybody in high school, and now she married some dude.
Guess what? There's even a spot for thoughts, down the road. As long as she don't get into heavy drugs and bad stuff like that, she'll be all right. She's 13 and a girl.
Yeah.
Of course she's flipping out. She's got fucking blood coming out for no reason.
And hormones are raging and shit. Yeah.
It's a weird time to be alive, man. Hang in there, and your daughter will love you. She doesn't know it now.
It is sad,
but
pretty sad. I feel bad for the guy.
I bet if he was to he should prank her. Maybe pretend he died or something. Like do something like send some photos to the school of him with ketchup on his neck. Like somebody broke in while you were at school and they murdered your dad. They murdered your dad's dead. How do you feel? And then when she starts crying and realize, oh wow,
that's a bit extreme. But I could see that in Maury. Remember, he would take the bad kids and the domestic violence people to see the wives and the parents in the casket.
I just remember they would bring in the drill sergeant.
Yeah. You ain't shit without me.
You think you tough? Yeah. You a pussy.
I remember them. I remember having them in the morgue sometimes.
Yeah.
And they would pull them out the fucking freezer shit.
Yeah.
A dead body.
Like a dead body type shit.
This is what happens when you talk back to your parents.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't want him to die.
Yeah.
That Maury was televising trauma. That's what he was doing.
So was Beyond Scared Straight, but that shit is hilarious. And that shit is still going on.
Because they could only do so much. They won't really let them fuck the kids up.
Well,
but back in the days,
that's why it don't work, because the kids know it.
Right. Now they know, but the real Scared Straight, before it was on camera,
there's a slap on a little bit.
They used to fuck you up, bro. Even in the military, when you join the military, one of the older... Yeah, one of the older welders I worked with, when he was in the military in the 70s, this dude was saying yo, they fucking beat the fuck out of you if you're insubordinate. And you gotta hold that down. That's it.
Yeah.
You're a property of the country, so we get to treat you to...
So maybe try that on her. If nothing else fails, just send her to a fucking drill sergeant.
Oh, I thought you were saying beat her. Just beat her. Just beat her
the shit out of her. You gotta hold that down.
Pay a soldier to beat her.
Yeah.
You know where she could go. Well, if it was still going on, it could send her to bully beatdown.
Bully beatdown. Yeah, you're picking on your dad.
You remember bully beatdown?
Send somebody to kick her ass.
Yeah. But these guys were too old to be getting bullied on bully beatdown. They were in their 20s.
Yeah, 25, and they have a bully.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Well, he takes my rollerblades I use to ride to work every day, and he's just like, he's a mine now.
And the crazy thing is, we were watching
cops, bro.
Yeah.
There's recourse.
We were watching, my girl and I last night, we were watching Bean. You guys remember Bean? It just
Mr. Bean?
Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
It just showed up on my YouTube feed and was auto-playing. But anyway, dude is at the laundromat. Bean is silent sketch comedy. Mm-hmm. It's just PBS comedy I used to watch as a kid. I don't know why it showed up. But anyways, he's at the laundromat doing weird, quirky shit like he does. But there's a dude who comes in. He's supposed to be a tough guy. And he fucking takes the soap out of Bean's hand, and Bean is all shook, looking in the camera, all scared, and the audience is laughing. But Bean finds a way to prank him in the end by switching the same cup of liquid soap that the cup that the liquid soap came in. Coffee comes in the same shit too, so he ends up switching the soap with coffee. But
he stains everything.
Right. Bean is washing his underwear and forgets he's wearing Wednesday's underwear, so he tries to take off his underwear in the laundromat, and there's a bitch doing laundry who has got the same color brown skirt as his brown pants, and he ends up switching and wearing the skirt and shit. So now the nigga who's bullying him sees that Bean's wearing a skirt and winks at him. Like, so Bean was like shook and shit, looking at the camera like this nigga gay.
Yeah.
So like, I just thought it was hilarious that he was getting bullied by a tough gay guy. And they was insinuating, it was like in the 80s.
Hey man,
And
they might have been tougher back then.
I mean, if it was in the 80s, definitely everybody's hiding.
I think.
Yeah, but he winked
I
it.
thought you were gonna say everyone was tougher. Like,
I mean,
I would say so.
like everybody was just like, as you go back in history, right?
everybody
Like
was
so,
way
like
tougher.
That's a
cave.
fact.
Let's just start with cavemen
Yes.
beating up fucking giant cats and shit.
Does-
Fucking saber-toothed tigers and shit with
Fucking the
big ass
woolly
mallets.
mammoths and
You would
shit,
just
bro.
club your wife. You see somebody you like, you club her,
Yeah.
and take her back to the cave. Like,
I
this is my
don't
wife
see-
now.
I don't know if that was part of the game. You know, it might have been. That date rape was always a thing.
I feel like
That would have been Bill Cosby back
Oh,
then. That was
shit.
one of his
He was the most
ancestors.
brolic caveman.
Yeah, knocking bitches over.
there's definitely no consensual anything in caveman times.
Yeah,
But
you
the
just-
further back you go, the stronger people are. I mean,
we also ain't live as long.
you
30
burned
was
hotter
old.
faster though. You know,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
And so there probably were tougher gay guys in the 80s. Maybe not tougher than straight guys,
He
but
got bullied often. It was like
why do we assume gay guys are not as tough as straight guys? I mean, I guess it's like just
there's
stereotype
tough ones. I think an older school of gay guys are tougher. The gay guys who are 10 to 15 years are senior and beyond to old men. Only reason why I say that, not to discredit the new age of gay niggas, but the only reason why I say that is because you had to hide more, and you had to like portray the masculine frame more. Now you could do whatever the fuck you want. You could be identify as a girl and whatever the
Yeah.
fuck, and be left alone. Like you could walk through the hood in some hoods and niggas don't fuck you up because that's a hate
And I
crime.
feel like
You
also
better
too
off
it was like
just-
it was like way more dangerous back then.
Right.
So it's like you had to have that mindset of like I need to protect myself.
Right.
Now it's like, oh, I can wear a skirt and post on fucking social media and do whatever because if anyone even says anything, or the rest of the world is gonna attack them for me.
right and see the
Well, yeah,
I think
and
I think
they're-
about like the niggas in Snowfall. I'll fill you in on this. The one who fucked the dude up with
Yeah,
Franklin.
yeah, yeah.
All right, so there's a gay gangster in Snowfall, but we didn't know he was gay until they was torturing to get information out of a dude, and he's like, "I'll take care of it," and he starts fucking the dude, and we were like, "Oh shit!" To get information out of him, we're like, "Huh." All
That's
right,
a
like
weird way
that.
to
I
get
feel like
info.
that was the more common than
Yeah.
not. Than the super
Yeah.
flamboyant ones. You probably got like ousted by everyone and disowned from the family and shit. And that was like
So
the 80s and
You
70s.
think like a lot of gay guys were part of gangs to extort people for info? They would just hire.
It's very probable and plausible because of prison culture.
They
Old school-
just
old
kept
school
one
prison
gay
culture.
dude on deck just in case they had to fuck info out of somebody.
I mean, not a bad idea.
Yeah,
It's outlandish though.
it's outlandish.
I mean,
but
I don't
it's-
know how to say. I don't know if outlandish is the right word. It's kind of kooky. I'll say that.
It's like,
It's a tactic
if-
you could use unless you're torturing a nigga that likes the shit.
what if? So check this.
That crew sends in their gay guy.
So check this. What if
Then
what
they're
if
just
every
fucking.
So check this. What if every group they have a gay guy and then they also have a big fat sloppy bitch, to where they're torturing you, they'll tie you up, and then she
Have the
comes and
bitch
starts
sit on
sitting
your
her.
face.
See, that's disgusting. That is a type of torture.
Wait. How fast are you giving the info up?
You gonna have to kill me.
And she ain't shower yet.
That's a
though.
bad way to die. That's a bad way to die.
You guys did hear that happen with husband and wife though.
No.
I don't know if she got manslaughter charges. A woman killed her husband sitting on his face while they were fucking.
On purpose?
No, he's into getting smothered, but she smothered him too long. So I don't know if she got I gotta bring up the article. I read that shit the other day.
I
like-
can't front.
And he was a skinny nigga. He was probably about $150, small, and she probably maybe like 210,
Yeah.
and big old butt type shit. Old white couple.
I had to. I can't front. I had
Killed
to adjust Caitlyn because the way she was sitting was like plugging my nose, and I'm like, yo,
Shit.
this shit is just too fat in my face. You gotta sit back a little bit.
You gotta do something.
Like,
and then you just fucking
Dead. I mean, you could die like that, bro. Be
You
careful,
gotta be-
now.
I'm looking for my
Honestly,
I never would like.
You could though.
I'd fucking I'd throw my legs up before and fucking pull her down like
bench press real quick.
it'd be quick for me because she'd be here, and so if that happened, I would just rock and try to wrap my legs around her fucking head or some shit and then pull her down this way.
Well, yeah, and we're assuming she's not trying to kill you, probably.
Yeah,
so if she
no.
felt you doing all that, she'd probably just move anyway. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's obviously thrashing now. These are signs that you're about. That's what you do when an alligator attacks you. You know,
Yeah.
thrash about. Oh,
That's
man.
funny too, yo. In movies, they make it look like when someone gets
shit,
like
Russian
when someone
woman.
when someone drowns or some shit, they make it seem like it's so peaceful, like you drown and you just fade away. But in real life, bro, when you
Hell
drown,
no.
There's a lot of mess before.
crazy, and then even afterwards, you're still moving a little bit, like.
Oh shit! This isn't a couple, but this is more often than not. This isn't a couple I saw. All right,
So it just happens?
so yeah, May 19th.
Pass me a lighter. It's on your lap.
May 19th. Come on. Of course, my father's calling right when I'm on. I can't talk right now. All right. Let's see. May 19th, 2021. 224-pound Russian woman reportedly killed her husband with her buttocks. Tatiana
liked it.
O is reportedly facing murder charges for allegedly killing her husband by sitting on him. The 224-pound Russian woman faces some heavy-duty justice for sitting on her husband while strangling him to death with her massive buttocks during a boozy dispute. So they were fucking...
They were drunk and she threw it on his face.
Drink vodka. I sit on face.
So this is
he
how the
died.
woman looks. It's on the New York Post, guys.
God damn.
I sit on face and he died.
This is the bitch that Nye was talking about. The gang would pull out. They'd get this bitch. She ain't bathed in like 4
and she
or 5
just
days.
walks out, and you're on your back on like a decline bench, and all she does is come up and just for a little bit.
Let's so
The
he
thing of it
says
is-
Tatiana allegedly
This-
refused to let go of Idar even as he begged for forgiveness, she said. Idar's daughter saw him pinned down to the bed and ran to seek help from her neighbors.
Damn.
So their daughters saw mom kill dad.
That's
Damn.
crazy. That's
So she
that's
wanted
why-
to kill him.
Yes. He was begging for forgiveness. He probably cheated on her with a skinny bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, is that really worth dying?
I mean, to her it is. Like to women, yes. You gonna cheat on me? You gonna die?
You know what the funny thing is?
Oh
so,
yeah, it's
so let me
all
so
over.
let me
Russian
present
woman
this one.
murders husband drunk, killed with buttocks.
So in 2021, you're supposed to be super inclusive, right? If a guy wants to walk down the street and hold hands with another guy and they kiss, you're supposed to be fine with it, and it's perfectly fine. Love who you want, right? You want to, two guys want to fucking have sex in the middle of the street. I guess I could do that. Two women want to have sex. It's like you can love who you want in 2021, right? We're all supposed to accept that and be okay with that. So why in 2021 is the idea of having multiple wives and being with multiple women not more widely accepted?
I don't know, but I know for sure that when you type in this article, the next link under is a whole bunch of face sitting on Pornhub. It just,
Well,
like
to
this-
death.
But no, it's on Pornhub. It's to
death?
live.
Nah, yo,
It's for
you know what
pleasure.
Pornhub did recently?
Well, some of them were
I
for
was
pleasure
reading
too.
an
I
article.
guarantee that died.
Pornhub recently cleared all the unverified content on their website.
Unverified?
Like all the amateur.
No more amateur shit. There's nothing.
Oh,
Really?
so it's all
It's
actual
all-
production.
If it's not a check mark next to the shit,
That's whack.
so pretty much it's like
Yeah,
all
I'm
the picture, all the videos are 90%
What one is this?
browsers.
Is this YouPorn?
Nah,
No,
it's
this is
Pornhub.
Pornhub.
Pornhub. Oh, that's my go-to if I
This-
ever.
You know what you gotta check?
What?
X videos.
I'm not trying to know about more than one. I like just sticking
X
to
videos
one.
is my shit though.
This girl put a fucking
I'm not into-
like you know when you have a hemorrhoid.
I don't wanna have
you know
many.
That, you know that
I
cushion.
don't want to have too many sources.
That cushion when you have a hemorrhoid. This girl puts it on this dude's face.
Ew, a hemorrhoid?
That
no,
the hemorrhoid
pillow.
cushion. Yeah,
the pillow.
And she sits.
Is she pooping on him?
Nah, she just sitting on his face.
She's probably.
That-
What's the point of the pillow with the hole though? She's probably farting or something.
I think it's so she doesn't suffocate him.
So
So
there's
there's
an
a lift.
asshole there though.
I don't know. It's
You
just.
can't breathe straight through her asshole.
That's a fact. Speaking
I'm
truth
saying,
here.
like, just because there's a hole there, it's still filled with other body parts.
Filled
and
with
things.
gases, lethal,
Yeah,
lethal,
yeah.
toxic
I guarantee
gases.
she's farting in his face or something totally disgusting.
Imagine though, like you do that
Yeah,
on a
pink eye.
Tuesday, you're clearly waking up Wednesday with pink,
Pink
eye.
eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, what are you doing for work?
No, that's probably what you do to get out of work. Need a day off.
I don't want to work on
But think,
Friday,
listen,
so face it on
after a
Thursday.
certain age, you why are you getting pink eye if you're not fucking rubbing shit in your face?
Yeah.
It was something in the air.
You ain't- Either you got kids. Now I can see it. Either you got kids, and kids are kind of nasty.
Is it only from shit in the eye?
It's from the
Fecal
back.
matter.
Yeah, it's
I know that can cause it, but
E. coli.
I don't think I ever had it.
I had it when I was. I think the last time I had, I was like 13 or something.
I always tried to like rub my eye and like fake I had it to get out of school and stuff. But I don't think I ever got
you
it.
didn't want it.
No, I got it in my adult years. I got it probably like within the last 2 or 3 years.
What was it, face sitting?
No, not face sitting. Fucking actually ass on the pillow, and then going to
you're-
sleep.
That
Fuck,
is-
fucking and using a pillow to prop her ass type
Ah.
shit, and then using the same pillowcase to sleep on the shit. Wake up, all the juices and shit is on your face,
And the butt
you know what I'm
juice
saying?
is in the
Yeah, so
eye.
you wake up and you're like, yo, my eye itching. Pink eye.
Yeah.
Starting to get what random bulls about.